Hello everybody, another video, another morning, almost afternoon. And this video is brought to you by, sponsored by Franco. Franco, because he likes to always say something about my videos. Hey Franco. Okay, so on this video we're gonna go over, it's based on the previous video about creating your own or customizing your own icon. But this time he was asking about how he can customize it with an animation, well, an animation and other stuff. And one of the links that he pointed to, well, the actual only link that he pointed to there was to mdbootstrap.com. That's a great place to go if we were in 2010 or something like that. Okay. Why? Because they put too much, like this would scare anybody that's not a developer. They would see this much HTML, okay, and this much CSS, okay, 174 lines there. And then on JavaScript, they would see this much and they're like, holy crap, dude, the only thing that I want is this to do an animation or something. So I read what they tried to do here and I made it a little bit easier for you guys. So if you follow through my other video about the customizing your own little icon here, then this is all the code that you need. You don't need those 300 or I don't know how many lines of code. You only need to add, if you did the previous video, you only need to add this here. I believe that's the only new thing that's there. Only this line, which is actually, it's 2 lines. It shows three, but it's because I like properly structured code and I'm a college professor, so I'm very picky about this. So you better do the code properly, or I'm gonna slap you or something. So this is the only thing that you need, and this basically tells the system, hey, whenever somebody clicks on the icon, do something. So what the hell are you gonna be doing? You're gonna be adding or removing a specific class. That's what this means. And then instead of putting this many worthless lines of unneeded code, you only put this. Okay, so basically 10 times less code. And this just configures the icon to be a certain size and show a certain thing. And this one tells it how it's supposed to animate, okay, and how long it's going to animate. Right now we're just animating the rotation of the icon. And on this one, it's the same thing, how it's supposed to animate. So let me explain. Once you've copied this your site, you've done your icon, and this actually applies to anything on the site, but we're right now doing it with an icon. This is going to solve also other issues that happen here as well, where if you were to copy this, you wouldn't see that transition, that nice transition between two um, different icons, which is, by the way, the different icons are coming from all this code that's unneeded. But also you will inherit a problem that doesn't show here, but it does show on your site, which is when the animation executes, it freaks out the bootstrap that's here. So let's do it. See? Let me refresh that one so you can actually see it using this code. I'm just gonna do this. Right now we're just, can you see a little house turning sideways? Please don't ask me why is it turning sideways. You're gonna think like I'm trying to destroy your house. So you see that little animation, and what's happening is it's rotating. You're basically rotating from a 0 degree transition, which is this basically the icon as default, to a 25 degree in half a second. That's what's happening here. Okay, so when I click on it, it moves 25 degrees, obviously to the right, clockwise, and it takes half a second to do it. Okay, if I were to change this to, let's do it 2 seconds, you're gonna see that 25-degree rotation during 2 seconds. So I'm gonna click on it, and you're gonna see the little house on the prairie changing in 2 seconds. If I do 5 seconds, then we get that animation in 5 seconds. See? There you go. And then when it comes back, you're like, but why does it come back super fast? That's the one up here. That's the one handling that transition. So this one is how they come back to the original animation, and this one's how they go to the like the end result kind of thing. Okay, so I can put 0.5 seconds here, or I can do just like that, same thing. But I want to show you something. So let's say that we got half a second here. If you do change the degrees, remember that you're playing between degrees and the how long the animation takes. So 180, the house just goes crazy there. If you do 360, if you're a skateboarder or something, um, you do a 360. There you go, a 360 in half a second. Obviously, if we do 5 seconds, then we're dividing the 360 by each of those seconds in say X amount of degrees in those 360. Yeah, that's a lot of seconds. Okay, so and again, you can go even over that. So 720, that means 2 rotations. So if I click here, wee, yeah, look at that thing. The people living in that house are crazy now. Okay, so that's for you guys to at least have an understanding of, um, let's do a 45 here, which actually would make more sense. Um, how the animation, the timing works, and this is the easiest way of doing it and shortest way of doing it, because if you actually follow this, you're gonna go crazy. Just copy this simple code here, and now you can control the original one, how it looks, and the final look the of the the rotation or animation in this case. There's other types of animations or other types of transformations they can do. You can do opacity, color changing, icon changing. You can do it. There's a lot of things that you can do. It's what I'm trying to say. Okay. So, but right now we're just doing the animation of rotation based on this, but without creating another icon for it. Okay. You can just play around with it here. There you go. See? And well, that's it. Hope this like it. Hope you use this one instead of copying. I don't know how many lines are here. Like that's too many lines, and also it's um from my point of view, it's objectively obsolete. There's some techniques that they're using here that are not needed for the past 3 years. And this, okay, I'm not even talking about this. So yeah, hope the video helps you, and the short version here actually helps you understand how you can play around with the animation and how long the animation takes in. There's also different transitions, as I said, and different transformations that you can do, not just rotate. You can actually, there's multiple ones that you can handle here. And lastly, you can customize your own animation, but that's just me teaching you CSS in a more deep way. Okay. That's it. So think positive, big hugs, and thank you, Franco, for the feedback. Bye.